Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you guys may know, I have been kind of hooked on this new game. Well, it's not new. It's it's been out for a while, but it's new to me. It's called Infection Free Zone, and I've been learning it over the past week or so, just trying to figure out the ins and outs. And I've been watching a lot of content on this game, just checking out people's videos and how they've been playing and approaching it. And there's one thing that I noticed that is extremely useful in this game that I have not seen a single person who plays this game even mention. And it's very interesting because it's a very good strategy, or at least I think it is. And I'm just kind of curious how nobody else seems to have thought about it. Now, I haven't watched every single human being that has ever created content for this game, so maybe somebody came up with it. But watching everybody's gameplay, which is what I was looking at everybody's gameplay, everybody's maps, seeing what everybody was doing, this is one thing that I noticed almost nobody does. And I found it very interesting. So let's talk about it real quick. So right now, this is my map on Amsterdam. Amsterdam is a great map. If you've never done Amsterdam before, this is excellent. There's so much stuff on here. As you can see, I'm on day 74 and I still haven't gotten through most of these POIs. I got a ton of food already because I've cleared out a lot of the places that are nearby me. Like, this place is just great. But that's not what I want to talk about. Like, look at all these clusters. Anyway, okay, that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is a strategy that I've adopted in this game that has been very, very useful to me and has led me to have this kind of giant amount of resources with a lot less effort than it would normally take. So what are we talking about here? So if we zoom out and take a look at our map, we'll see that these little icons indicate that this is a warehouse, right? And normally, if you want a lot of storage, you would have your warehouses in your base secure, so that way nothing can happen to them. But the funny thing about warehouses in this game is they are all linked to each other. So it doesn't matter how many warehouses you have or where they are on the map, they are all linked to each other and have access to the same inventory. Why does that matter? Well, and you don't just have to do it with warehouses. You could also do it with headquarters too, which, to be perfectly honest, I mean, now that I'm even thinking about it, this might be more useful to do with headquarters than with the the warehouses, and we'll explain that in a second. But for now, let's just talk about what I did right now. I can't believe I just thought about that. The freaking the headquarters would probably be way better. Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, so as you can see, I have them peppered all throughout the map here. And a lot of people might think that that's inefficient. As you can see, this one has been destroyed. This one down here has been destroyed. This one's been damaged. Like, they're just kind of all over the place. Do I have anything defending these places? Not at all. They're just kind of randomly here. Now, why do I have these here? Like I said, the inventory between every warehouse and headquarters are linked. So it doesn't matter what you put in any of these warehouses, they will all have that. You will all have access to the same inventory. The reason why that's important is because normally when your headquarters is located at your base, you send your people out, they go out, they gather a whole bunch of stuff, they drive all the way back to your base to bring all your stuff back, and then there you go. But if you pepper these little warehouses or even headquarters, and I'm going to test it out with the headquarters too just to make sure, but if you put these out in an area, say for example, so we just started the map, brand new squads and stuff, and I'm going to send my squads over to this area. The first thing that I do before I send my guys to scavenge this area, or maybe we'll do an area with a whole bunch of places so you guys can understand more what I'm talking about. So let's say I want my guys to scavenge this zone right here. Just this zone. This is what they're going to be grabbing stuff from, and this is where they're going to be, right? This is pretty far away from the base. Not super far, but it's far enough. The very first thing that I do is I find one of these buildings, the tiniest one that I can. It doesn't matter how big it is because the size of the building is completely irrelevant. Well, no, I'm sorry, that's wrong. The size of the building is relevant. You want it as small as possible. Sorry, I don't want to mislead anybody. So you go to warehouse and you find the smallest building possible, and you'll know it's the tiniest one you can find because it'll say it only takes 2 wood to build. Now if you find a building that says it does 3, that's acceptable, but not as good as one that says it only takes 2. So when you find your building that only takes 2, there was one here. Where was it? Oh, there we go. This one right here says it only takes 2. I will set that building to be this area's warehouse, which means while they're gathering stuff from this zone, when they go back to turn all the items in that they're doing, they only need to do it here. They will stop gathering stuff and then turn it in here. And it'll end up at your base because you have a central warehouse at your base that is protected and defended. Now, the first criticism that I thought of, and I'm sure everybody else is thinking of, is, oh, well, the zombies are just going to destroy it. True, that will happen. 90% of the time, this is going to get destroyed, but that doesn't matter. And the reason that it doesn't matter is because when you're building a building this tiny and it gets destroyed, it only requires 1 wood to be repaired. And also, you only need it to be repaired when you have people actively working in this area. So if zombies destroy this, but you don't have people out here gathering and stuff, it's irrelevant. But all you need to do is plan ahead. So if you're like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna have my guys come back over here and scavenge this area, then make sure on the day that you're on, you have one of your people go out to repair this. Now, chances are you don't want to, you know, send them out there unguarded. So what'll happen is you'll have like one little guy here, like this person here. This person is going to deliver to one of these buildings. I don't know which one. Probably this one, since this is the one that I set up. And they only send one person at a time, which is kind of unfortunate. And if you're paranoid about something happening to them, like them getting in trouble or something like that, you can send an escort with them. You would have to manually control the escort. But you could grab somebody with a car and just have them follow that one person. Oh, here we go. See, this is the situation right here. Like, they can be killed. It's not like they won't be, or it's something you'll never have to worry about. There's a pretty good chance that they might get killed if they come out here. But once again, that's not a big deal because it's only one person. I know that sounds terrible to say, but it is only one person who's coming out here, and if they die, then they'll just send another person. And what happens is eventually they will make it to the building and they will get it built. Once it's built, you're totally fine. Like, it's there, it's built. You just need to get it repaired. And that's the main goal here. As you get more and more people, you know, you stop worrying so much about individual people, and you can kind of risk it for the biscuit, like I say usually. So just make as many of these as possible. And I usually put these centrally in every single major cluster of buildings, just to make sure, as you see, I have them kind of all over the place. I haven't been as diligent with placing them down as I probably normally would. Like, I put this one down to cover these two, but I don't have any over here, and I don't have any down here or whatever. So, but like when I thought of this, I'm like, oh my god, it's such a brilliant strategy. Now, the reason that I was talking about the fact that you could probably do headquarters instead of these is because when you have a headquarters there, you can summon or create squads to defend the bases when they are attacked. And you can't do that with the warehouses. So I might redo this strategy, but I might do it with warehouses instead. Not warehouses, with headquarters instead. So that way, if they are getting attacked, like let's just say one of these buildings are getting attacked, I can click it, just summon a squad there and have them defend it, and then you won't even have to worry about any of them ever getting destroyed. So there's that possibility too, if you wanted to go that route, but I need to make sure and confirm that that actually works. So yeah, give this warehouse strategy a chance. It's really, really good. It increases your team's ability to get resources amassed inside of your base extremely quickly, and it really decreases the danger level too. Like, instead of them having to constantly travel back and forth and make these long trips between your base and the location you want them to be, they'll just deliver everything here. And then at the end of the night, if you want to, like, let's just say it's too dark, you don't want your people venturing out, you can just have them chill at the warehouse for the time being until the daytime comes or something like that. So, like I said, this is a strategy that I thought of after watching a whole bunch of people play and playing myself and having to deal with your people going all the way out here to gather stuff and then go all the way back to the base, and you know, it seemed a bit tedious to me. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this strategy, and also let me know what you guys think about the video. I didn't really plan on making a ton of content for this game, but I'm really getting into it. So depending on the reception of this video, if you guys are really into it, if I get a lot of comments and a lot of engagement, and you guys let me know that you are very interested in this content, then I will definitely be pumping out more content for this game. Just let me know what you guys think. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys on the next one.
Roger. Waiting orders. We're breaking into our building.